Welcome to the graduation ceremonies of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Please stand. Please stand. As James Bennett comes forward to lead us in our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your mortarboards. Ladies may do so if you wish.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Welcome. Welcome to this very special occasion for our students, faculty, friends, and family. I would like to now introduce or recognize our honored guests who are present this evening. As I introduce our platform guests, kindly hold your applause until all have been introduced. Ms. Deborah Edmonds, the chair of the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Board of Directors. Ms. Sherry Golson, faculty representative. Professor Dawn Maley, our speaker. Dr. Tina Payne, Vice President, Academic Affairs. Dr. Belinda Dalton Russell, Vice President, Student Affairs. Nicholas Curtis, Student Speaker. Krista Davis, Student Speaker. Dr. Karen Halinka, Dean of Science and Mathematics Division. Paul Aho, Dean, Paducah School of Art. Mariah Flynn, Dean, Transition Education. Charla Hutchinson, Dean of Humanities, Fine Arts, and Social Sciences. Stephanie Milliken, Dean of Applied Technologies. Tammy Potter, Dean of Business and Computer-Related Technologies. Peggy Block, Dean of Allied Health and Personal Services. And I would like to recognize in the audience our West Kentucky Community and Technical College Board of Director, Mr. Larry Kelly, and Mr. Tom Butler, staff representative to our board. This past year, the college has received national acclaim by being named a finalist with distinction by the Aspen Institute and a top 5 community college in the nation. It is very fitting that we celebrate this achievement by carrying West Kentucky's first mace. The college mace, as you read in your program, is a historical symbol dating back many years of academic integrity. For our college, it is a symbol of academic excellence and student success. Now, Ms. Deborah Edmonds, Chair of the West Kentucky Board of Directors, will bring greetings and introduce our student speakers. Ms. Edmonds.
Thank you, Dr. Veazey. It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight. Would you please stand? Before I introduce the student speakers, I would like to congratulate Dr. Barbara Veazey for the amazing leadership role she has played at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. This year marks her 10th year as president at West Kentucky. And on the heels of the college being named one of the top 5 community colleges in the nation, I think it is obvious the impact her leadership has had on our college and our region. Please join me in thanking Dr. Veazey for 10 years of dedicated service as president. Thank you. Congratulations, graduates. You and your family and friends who have supported you. You are graduating tonight from one of the top community colleges in the nation. You should be very proud, and we are very proud of you. Our first speaker is Mr. Nicholas Curtis. I will let Nicholas tell his story. Nicholas is an outstanding student in Information Technology program. Nicholas will transfer to Murray State University this fall to pursue a degree in telecommunications management.
Thank you. Good evening. Congratulations, graduates. My name is Nicholas Curtis, and I'm truly honored to be here speaking to all of you tonight. I'm an IT graduate focusing on Microsoft networking technologies. My plan is to build upon the degree I've earned at West Kentucky Community and Technical College with a lot of help from my professors and transfer to Murray State to begin working towards a master's in telecommunications. I've been asked to share my story with you tonight. In essence, what it was that inspired me to further my education. I am a firm believer that one must live for themselves and pursue their own dreams. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice." I couldn't agree more. Ironically, I was inspired to further my education because of someone else's dream, my father's. In 2009, I was working as a chemical processing operator at a local manufacturing plant. I'd been in that position for 9 years and earned a great salary for a young man with only a high school education. It was a tough job, and I could already begin to see the toll it was taking on me. Despite that, I was proud of the position that I was in. That I had room for advancement, and I planned to retire from the company by the age of 55. However, in April of that year, the company downsized and my position was eliminated. I hardly had 1 week to digest this change in my life before I was dealt another, far more traumatic blow. My father, Joe, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Having lost my mother, Patsy, to heart disease in 1999, my father and I had grown extremely close over the years. We had a closer bond than the typical father and son relationship. In many ways, we were best friends. Joe was a hard-working man. He performed manual labor his entire life in order to support our family. I remember times that he worked 2 jobs in order to make sure that we had everything that we needed. He was tough, and I was confident that he would make it through his battle with cancer. He fought a good fight, but after just a few weeks, it was apparent that he would succumb to the disease. He knew it. He had come to terms with it. I spent every day and night in the hospital with him. One of the last conversations that we were able to have concerned his dreams for my future. He wanted me to be the first person in my family to earn a college degree. He wanted me to use my mind to make a better life for myself than he had had. He asked me to promise him that I would enroll in college. I agreed to that promise. 5 days later, on May 25th, my father passed away. Devastated, confused, lost, I was spurred on by my promise to my father. So I enrolled in West Kentucky in the spring of 2010. Initially, I was completely overwhelmed by what lay ahead of me. At times, I got discouraged, mentally exhausted. But whenever I would think that maybe I'd taken on too much, I would think of my father and my promise to him. For a while, it felt as though I was doing it all for him. I had lost so much in such a short time, I felt as though I didn't have much to be proud of anymore. However, because my father wanted more for me, and I was working hard to fulfill my promise to him, I was overcome with a renewed sense of pride. My grief and doubt were replaced by determination. I quickly realized it wasn't just my father's dream that I was trying to bring to fruition, it was my own as well. I've worked tremendously hard and sacrificed a lot over the last 2 years. In that time, I have achieved more than I ever thought I was capable of. I could not have done so without the help of my professors, particularly Valerie Thompson, John Voss, Michael Stewart, the encouragement of my lovely fiancée, Jana Tyler, or the inspiration of my father. This experience has taught me that with the right mix of determination and inspiration, you can achieve anything. A few years ago, my being here tonight and speaking to all of you seemed impossible. This is undoubtedly the second greatest event of my life. Turning my father's dream into a reality will forever be the first. Graduates, I believe that we should all be sitting here tonight with the realization that we've achieved something great, and perhaps something that you once thought was impossible. Just as my father inspired me to achieve my dreams, I hope that all of you have found what inspires you and use that inspiration to achieve your own. No matter the circumstance, just picture your life as you want it to be and make it so. Thank you.
Ms. Krista Davis is the first graduate of the college's new Applied Engineering Technology degree program, with an emphasis on solar energy. She received the National Science Foundation STEM Scholarship to study at West Kentucky. She plans to pursue an engineering degree in energy management in California. Krista Davis.
Good evening. Congratulations, everyone. This is truly amazing. Thank you kindly for the introduction. Again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Krista Davis, and I am graduating tonight with my associates in science, and I am also the first graduate of the Applied Engineering Program in Alternative Energy. I would love to start out by saying congratulations again to all the graduates here tonight, and to thank all of our family and friends who could be here to support us on our special day, as well as the faculty and staff here at WKCTC. I moved here to Paducah 5 years ago from Washington State, and I had applied to WKCTC for their nursing program before my husband and I even decided to make the move. I had completed the prereqs, but in Washington, there is a 3-year waiting list to finish the program, and I wanted to move a little bit faster. So, being able to attend here and being accepted into the program immediately was one of the key factors in our final decision to jump. And so, my husband and I packed up, made the 3,000-mile trek across country, and arrived in Paducah in the beginning of July 2007. Well, as I'm graduating today with an engineering degree, I suppose it's semi-obvious that I never made it to the nursing program. It seems there have been many times in my life where I felt like I knew what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be. I had been to college off and on in my early 20s and never really found something that I really wanted to be. My career choice 5 years ago was something I felt I was passionate about, and as I was approaching 30, I figured it was probably time to pick a job. The perks sounded great, employment was available, and I enjoyed helping people and so on. Well, along that path, my life changed, and in that, so did I. I realized that this field wasn't for me, it really wasn't me at all, and that I was in it for the wrong reasons. And so I declined my entry into the program. I mean, talk about being discouraged. This seemed to be becoming the story of my life, another change in majors. So I went to work in electrical as a lighting consultant for a few years. And when I quit, I figured if anything, I should go back and at least finish my associates in science, as I was so close, and hopefully I would find something, or that something would find me. Well, it did. It found me the day I signed up for my advising appointment. I like to think that my program choosing came about by something called fate. I was sitting in the advising office, in the right chair, at the right time, and there across from me was a poster covered in windmills and for a new program in applied engineering and alternative energy. So I thought to myself, I wonder what that's all about. I should probably ask about that. Well, in the fall of 2010, I walked into my first industrial maintenance class. I looked around, lots of motors, wires, and at the time, a whole lot of unidentifiable electrical stuff and a bunch of guys. I have to admit, at first I was a little intimidated being the only woman in the class, but as I settled in, I really enjoyed the challenge and the coursework. I mean, who knew? I found something I was great at and something that I loved. In a nutshell, that was the start of a successful 2 years. I'm thrilled to be part of the push for clean, alternative energy resources and part of the advancements in technology that will aid us in building a clean and sustainable future. My teachers and my experience here at WKCTC have given me a great platform to continue my education. As learning never ends, many of us will continue to build on our education, as many of us will embark on new careers and trades. But wherever we go, I feel like we have accumulated a lot of tools and knowledge here, and I personally look forward to utilizing all the skills that I've learned. With that, I would like to thank all of my teachers and the staff here at the college, especially my engineering teachers that have supported me and helped me grow. Not only has my time here at the college provided me with an education, but it has guided me through a successful path of self-discovery. Thank you, Mr. David Franklin, for being my advisor and mentor for the last 2 years and for virtually exploding my brain with circuits. Ms. Milligan, Mr. Washam, Mr. Driver, Mr. Crane, and Mr. Beardsley, thanks for all your support and your valuable insight on industry and the real world. Thank you. Well, this is my story, and if you take anything from it, I hope you take this. It's never too late to dream big or take risks and jump. You never know what you will find or how you'll get there, but let me tell you, somewhere along that path, when you find your place and yourself, something just feels right, and you know it. The commitment we have all made to our education is a powerful thing. It shows the commitment to ourselves, and receiving these degrees tonight shows that we have all been willing to put a lot of time and effort into bettering ourselves and our lives. To get to this stage tonight, we have all put in a lot of work and a required level of dedication. As one of my favorite poets writes, from Tully Knowles, the greatest thing about man is his ability to transcend himself and to become what he dreams of being. And so to me, that's what these degrees represent, is a product of believing in ourselves and believing in our dreams. And so congratulations, class of 2012, great luck, and thank you.
Professor Donald Maley is retiring at the end of this academic year, so it is very fitting that he speak with us tonight at our graduation, your graduation. Professor Maley came to us at Paducah Community College in 1975. He has served as the chair of the Humanities and Related Technologies Division from 1979 through 1985. He has been a very talented and respected performer and has participated in a host of plays throughout the region at Market House and at the college. He was selected as one of 6 teachers by the University of Kentucky Alumni Association, and Professor Maley has been recognized by students as the Teacher of the Year for 9 different times, and most recently this year. Professor Maley.
Thank you, President Veazey, platform guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, most importantly, graduates. It's been said that being a commencement speaker is a little like being the body at a wake. Everybody's looking at you, but nobody's expecting to hear much out of you. I'll try not to disappoint, for those expectations are perfectly understandable. Tonight isn't about the speaker, it's about the graduates. A public recognition of academic achievement. A time to look back and celebrate the well-earned results of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. But this ceremony is called a commencement for a reason, for it marks not the end of meeting past challenges, but the beginning, the commencement of undertaking challenges yet to come. In a few short moments, you will be instructed to move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. This academic tradition symbolizes the movement from your current position as a candidate for graduation to your new position as a graduate, the position to undertake new challenges, achieve new goals, make new plans. But whenever you make a plan, you must first ask yourself what it is you plan to make. A living? A career? A home? May I suggest that the answer is an even more fundamental challenge. A challenge given voice in a story by slam poet and educator Taylor Molley that I would like to share. The dinner guests were seated around the table discussing life. One man, a CEO, decided to explain the problem with American education. He argued, "What's a kid going to learn from someone who decided his best option in life was to become a teacher?" He reminded the other dinner guests of the old adage, "Those who can, do. Those who can't, teach." To stress this point, he said to the person seated across from him, "You're a teacher, Bonnie. Be honest. What do you make?" Bonnie, who had a reputation for honesty and frankness, paused a moment, then replied, "You want to know what I make? I make kids work harder than they ever thought they could. I make a C+ feel like the Congressional Medal of Honor. You want to know what I make? I make kids wonder. I make them question. I make them criticize. I make them apologize and mean it. I make them have respect and take responsibility for their actions. I make them stand to say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag because we live in the United States of America. Finally, I make them understand that if they use the gifts they were given, work hard, and follow their hearts, they can succeed in life. Then when people try to judge me by what I make, I can hold my head up high. You want to know what I make? I make a difference. What do you make?" In a very real sense, I see myself tonight not as exhorting you as students, but as fellow teachers. For that's exactly what you are, what we all are. Oh, perhaps not the kind of teacher who stands at the front of a classroom or who grades papers late into the evening, but certainly the kind who influences the lives of others through our daily human interaction. The education you have received here will in all likelihood expand the number of people whose lives you will have the opportunity to affect. And with opportunity comes responsibility. For as the Bible says in the 12th chapter of Luke, "For unto whomsoever much is given, from him shall much be required." But remember this, an education alone, even a good education from one of the top 5 two-year colleges in the country, does not necessarily make one a good influence. As British writer and wit G.K. Chesterton once noted, the word good has many meanings. For example, if a man were to shoot his grandmother at a range of 500 yards, I should call him a good shot, but not necessarily a good man. You see, teaching is not simply the formal process of preparing lesson plans or assessing outcomes, however important those steps may be. but the inevitable and often significant differences you make in the lives of the people around you simply through the examples you set, the interest you show, the care you express. Maya Angelou once said that people may forget what you say and they may forget what you do, but they will never forget how you made them feel. I'd like to share a short poem written by a friend of mine who passed away some years ago. This poem is from James Proctor's book, I Can't Unwish the Night, and is entitled Memorial to a Teacher. From his books, I saw the glory of the pyramids and Rome and the beauty of the sunset on the simple roofs of home. In his hands, he holds a volume, and its pages echo him. There he rules with great Achilles. Here he sits by Tiny Tim. And he opened wells of wonder. When the days have done their worst, I have known a living fountain. I have never been athirst. Brief indeed the thanks I gave him. Brief the line I offer next. It is the teacher I remember, not the lesson, not the text. In closing, I would like to thank Dr. Veazey for allowing me to end my career doing what has blessed my professional life for 37 years, challenging my students. And this, my final challenge to you, is to be that person, that teacher others will remember long after the assignment has been returned and the class has been dismissed. And whatever else you make in life, whatever else you make of life, make a difference with your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Your statement gives me a perfect opportunity to recognize our faculty. Would they please stand? It is because of their knowledge and commitment to student success that we're here tonight. They share with each graduate the excitement of completion as well as the joy of achievement. Please join me in thanking them. At this time, will the candidates for graduation please rise? Dr. Veazey, I present the candidates for graduation, and I certify on behalf of the faculty that they have successfully completed all of the requirements for their respective credentials. Graduates, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as the names of the graduates are read, those graduating with honors are noted in the program. Those wearing gold honor stoles are members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Those wearing blue honor cords reflect student achievement at or above the 75th percentile on the ETS proficiency profile, which indicates proficiency in general education competencies. Those wearing red, white, and blue honor cords are our graduating veterans. Would they please stand? Thank you. Now, will the first row of graduates stand and proceed to the stage? There will be a professional photographer taking pictures as the students receive their credentials. Please refrain from coming to the stage to take photographs. Krista P. Davis. Krista's getting an associate in science. Nicholas Curtis. Nicholas is earning an associate in applied science. The following graduates will be receiving an associate in science. Taylin Lee Scarborough. Talent. Dean Edward Stevens. Amanda Renee Hammonds. Parker Allen Tilford. Erica Vi Gwen. James T. Higgins. Tina Ann Kane. Christopher T. Wilson. Cynthia Everett Carver. Robert Lawson Barger. Ronica A. Stokes. Melissa Gale Alsobrook. Ryan M. Parsley. Chauncey T. Burdette. Michael Tidwell. Alex Cole Clark. Miranda Page Whiteley. The following graduates will be receiving an associate in applied science. Christy M. Morris. Shelby D. Taylor. Rita Michelle Campanure. Angela Michelle Burgess. Auburn Lane Sutton. Kissa L. Dibble. Letitia D. Huerta. Lynn Wan. Samantha Pritchard. Elizabeth C. Rose. Jody Johnson. Christy Joy Bingham. Emily Suzanne Neff. Dana Caroline Wilson. Amanda Bell. Marita R. Blanton. Kelly N. Reed. Shelby L. Belcher. Monica Carol Pollock. Megan F. Humphreys. Lauren Nicole Stevens. Carly Ann Grooms. Jason Wayne Hickman. Brian D. Draffin. Micah S. Elder. Landon Edward Smith. Charlie Richard Gregg. Trip Dortch. Crystal Diane Thompson. Courtney Leanne Hunter. Maddie Top. Melinda S. Kennedy. Alyssa Lauren Winhorst. Emily C. Height. Cynthia Carol Gills. Jessica Lee English. Janice McKinney. Cassie B. Burkeen. Liliana R. Duran. Olga B. Bernal. Lindy Nicole Cooper. Alita M. West. Cassie Brooke Russell. Gabrielle Dawn Brooks. Nisa Devon Hayes. The following graduates will be receiving diplomas. Felicia G. Manis. Misty LaDawn McLean. Teresa A. Waddell. Kristen Danielle Cooper. Kayla E. Black. April Deshay Robinson. Stacy Marie Pruitt. Whitney C. Mayfield. The following graduates will be receiving a certificate. Brittany Ann Tucker. Amber Nicole Howard. Frankie Bernice Greenwell. Brittany Leanne Tinsley. Ashley D. Ray. Stephen Glenn Burgess. Sheila Ann Hughes Rouse. Wanda Jean Woods. Soledad Gonzalez. Crystal D. Bone. James R. McAfee. James Raymond McAfee. Amanda Dawn Embry. Desiree Marie Myers. Brooke D. Sullivan. Wesley L. Walker. Carrie P. Hughes. Catherine Noel Yates. Carrie Lena Turner. Amy N. Merrill. Jasmine Rashay Lemus. Erica M. Jackson. Donisha Brenshay Gaines. Amanda D. Courtney. Kaylin N. Kerrigan. Jennifer Joy Van Wyck. Morgan R. Puckett. Crystal Lynn Jennings. Tricia L. Hilgeman. Ashley Nicole Winslow. Destiny Glidewell. Shannon Lynn Moran. Amber Klepfer. Candace M. Snow. Stephanie Dawn Dover. Will the graduates please rise? Madam President, I present the graduating class of 2012.
Okay. By the virtue of the power vested in me by the Kentucky Community and Technical College System and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I hereby pronounce you graduates of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. You may now move your tassel to the left side. You may now be seated, and congratulations. Thank you, Nicholas and Krista, for sharing your stories. To me, West Kentucky represents the face of America. You each have a story, and many times you have adversity. You came to our college and saw it as a place of hope and encouragement, a place of new ideas and skills, and a place to develop your dream. So our congratulations to both of you for great jobs at the podium. Thank you, Professor Mailey. I want to thank you for your years of leadership, commitment, and your philosophy of teaching, because obviously it has worked and you've done a wonderful job. So congratulations again. Students, your credential tonight means that you have achieved a personal mark of excellence, and it means a mark of achievement for your family and friends as well. They are the ones who helped bring you to tonight, so my congratulations go to family and friends, and thank you. We also hope that as you continue in your professional life, you will remember and consider the community college's role, and you will share that with others, because as we know, education is the true hope for the future for all Kentuckians. So remember where you got your start. I also want to recognize, along with Dr. Payne, the faculty tonight. They have played such a large role in your success. And I want to recognize special faculty who are retiring from the college this year. I would ask that Professor William Wade, Dean of Online Learning, please stand. Again, Professor Don Mailey, and Professor Jerry Anderson, who is the director of our College Advising Center. Please stand. Your service to our college has been exemplary, and we would not, absolutely would not, be a premier college in the nation had you not been the leaders that you have been. On behalf of countless students and our community at large, I thank you. Thank you. Graduates, we wish you success, and very simply, we are proud of you. We hope that you carry the feelings, the aspirations, and the words of encouragement that were expressed tonight, and that you go out and make the world a better place. A reception will follow in the Ingram Room and the River Room upstairs to my right. We invite you and your family to go up, celebrate this evening. At this time, please stand as James Bennett leads us in singing My Old Kentucky Home. And please remain standing for the recessional. James.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the children are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times comes a knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my own Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home.